Meet Tim. Tim's a real go-getter and prides himself on planning to perfection. So when he started his own business, he made sure to get all the proper pieces in place. A new phone line dedicated for business calls only, envelopes and office supplies, a name for his new business, and a cost-effective virtual assistant in India. Everything is going great for Tim, but there's a problem. His website isn't getting enough traffic. So Tim makes his assistant follow all the techniques he can find about how to make websites popular. And he hires a firm from Russia to generate traffic. But nothing seems to be working. In fact, the search engines even penalize his website because the Russians are using forbidden techniques. And the Russians stop answering his emails when Tim demands his money back. His freaking money. Then his assistant asks for a raise of 10 cents an hour, so he tells her to stick it. Tim's expenses are mounting much faster than his income. He's still got plenty of liquor, so it's okay for now, but Tim's a wise fellow that knows this could be a problem in the long run. Like a true entrepreneur with a never-say-die attitude, Tim hangs out outside Riffenberg Elementary and reconnects with his abandoned son in order to circumvent his ex-wife's restraining order and gain access to her house and therefore her dead grandmother's jewelry. As she works 2 jobs, Tim knows that Dennis, or whatever his name is, has to walk home alone and let himself in. And Tim has no earthly idea why she doesn't sell that jewelry herself. But fuck that whore. She never could pull her head out of her ass long enough to understand jack shit anyway, so fuck that whore and fuck her good. The gods are smiling on Tim. He can't find the jewelry anywhere. Bitch probably put it in a safe deposit box at her local bank. But David is a sappy little shit with abandonment issues who tries real hard to make Tim his friend. He shows Tim his baseball card collection, which could easily be worth $50. Tim tells Daniel that air ruins them, but luckily Tim's best friend has a special safety spray to protect them. Derek is actually happy when Tim takes his cards to go save them. Happy! What a dumb little fucktard! After a quick sale at the pawn shop, Tim shows impressive savvy and steals a case of bourbon from the liquor store, thereby increasing his savings on the day. Tim's back on track and ready to make his website a winner. He stays up for days, slapping and burning himself when he can't seem to continue, and when his eyelids finally rebel, he clips them off with scissors. Tim goes for the bourbon to dull the pain, and lets out a primal scream when he finds all the bottles empty. He staggers into the bathroom, hoping to find a bottle of mouthwash which usually contains at least a tiny bit of alcohol, and lo and behold, miracle of miracles! Tim takes a piss and discovers that his urine smells like modestly priced white wine. Salud! Tim can now get an endless loop of alcohol with a refreshing aftertaste. This comes in handy when Tim sucks gasoline out of his neighbor's car at night and sells a sack of gas to a farmer. Tim is not only a real go-getter, but also a forward thinker. He realizes that it's much more businesslike to pour the gasoline on his sock and sniff it. The alcohol is therefore a hydroplaning precipitation aquarium. It's science. Tim is now on a glorious beach, being caressed by 2 angels, who are actually 1 angel, in an alley. And caressed is the wrong word. He won't be able to sit for a while, but that's okay. Sitting is bad for business. Gotta keep moving. Tim makes new business shoes out of cardboard just in the nick of time to save his business. But some prankster hides his house, and the internet cafes keep saying no shirt, no service, you smell like gasoline, the homeless shelter is that way. Tim's fucked. He finds a large knife, strips naked so no one can smell the gasoline, runs to Russia to kill those commie bastards that ruined his life, and is shot by a traffic cop just 3 blocks away. Don't be like Tim. But if you are, be sure to leave a will that makes your next of kin use Happy Day funeral services. Act now and take advantage of our 30% off sale on refurbished coffins. Happy Day Funeral Services. Our caring staff will craft a service befitting the legacy you leave behind.